Hey players, so yesterday when Frumpy Dump was in East Palestine, Ohio, he was asked about the train regulations and did the Frumpy Dump administration work to get rid of those?
What do you make of Buttigieg's criticism of you pulling back rail regulations? Do you think it would have made a difference?
No, it had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with it. No, he's got to work on the airports. We've never had airports like this. We're like a third world nation. And this is an example of the breakdown. It's all breakdown. Our whole country is breaking down. And he's really got to look at the airports, because I have people that are taking planes and they're delayed. They're waiting at an airport for 3 days. It's crazy what's happening.
Are you shocked he hasn't come here yet?
Oh, he should have been here a long time ago. Boot edge. You know what you call him? Boot edge. That's the way.
Now you heard him. Frumpy Dump said he had absolutely nothing to do with it, even though the receipts show that he exercised his Twitter fingers back in August of 2017 to say that he is continuing to get rid of costly and unnecessary regulations. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. There goes Frumpy to the motherfucking dump, living in MAGA world once again. Now today, the National Transportation Board did release their preliminary report, and the report reads that their surveillance video from a local resident showed what appeared to be a wheel bearing in the final stage of overheat failure moments before the derailment. The wheel bearing and the affected wheel set have been collected for evidence and will be examined by the National Transportation Safety Board. There's a press conference scheduled this afternoon to go over the details of the incident. Now, Department of Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is in East Palestine, and this is what he had to say about what Frumpy Dump denied yesterday. Basically, he said Frumpy Dump is a lie and the truth ain't never been in it.
But also, Norfolk Southern and the other freight rail companies need to stop fighting us every time we try to do a regulation in order to hold them accountable and their other railroad companies accountable for their safety record. And what we've seen is industry goes to Washington and they get their way. They got their way on the ECP rule. They got their way on a Christmas tree of regulatory changes that the last administration made on its way out the door in December of 2020. I think they're getting their way on the fines being too low. I'm sorry, but if the biggest fine we can charge on a violation is $250,000 or less, and that's an egregious hazmat violation to get somebody killed, that is not enough for a multi-billion-dollar company.
All right, players. Let me know what y'all thinking in the comments about this, honey. The explanation, as well as Frumpy to the motherfucking dump being a lie and the truth ain't never been in him. Put y'all thoughts in the comments, honey. This is Double D Mother, reporter for the Black Accurate News, where I'm black and the news is always petty but accurate. Also, Don Lemon is back on CNN today. Don Lemon, do better.
Train disaster in Ohio. Right now, the Transportation Secretary, Pete Buttigieg, is on the scene right there. You see pictures of him. This is him at the scene of that wreck where the train loaded with dangerous chemicals derailed and burst into an inferno.